Welcome to the Alyssa and Julian Podcast.
I'm Alyssa.
And I'm Julian. And this is the Alyssa and Julian Podcast. And we are here today with something totally different, y'all.
Oh my
Totally
God.
different. We have our first guest. This is a good friend, man. I met him through Twitch, actually, and friend of friends. And he's actually really awesome. So I can't wait for you guys to meet him. His name is Ollie, but he goes by Sphere on the internet. You want to introduce yourself, bro?
Hello. Yeah, my name's Oliver, Ollie or Sphere. How's everyone doing?
We chilling, man. We chilling. Welcome.
This
Welcome.
is so great.
So
This
what we
is so fun. Oh my God, I love this.
We're going to have you get into who you are and what you do in a second. But the way we like to start our podcast is we like to talk about what we want to do for the week. So we give intentions for the week. We'll go first, and then we'll let you kind of think about something you might want to do or get better at throughout the week. And then, we'll go from there.
Got it.
So
Got
you
it.
go first. What is your intention this week?
Dude, me being me, I did this whole episode except for the intentions of the week.
Of course you did.
I'm trying to think. Dang. So, as you guys know, we have been back from Florida for a couple weeks. I do need to turn the footage I have into some type of video. I never knew if it was going to be like the whole week, like little days, I don't know. So I need to figure out what I'm doing with that. Turn that into, I don't know, some type of vlog on my channel. Then it would finally be like a little comeback on my channel. Because I think the last one I had was Christmas, and now we're hitting March. Or no, now we're hitting April. Oh, even worse. Got it. Okay. I'll need a comeback.
Yeah, that would be
I need to get
good.
the footage onto the computer first. It's still setting on my phone and on my camera. But
Well, your IT guy will handle that. For me, I think my intention of the week is I've been really struggling with coming up with YouTube ideas. So I think this week I want to come up with 2 or 3 YouTube ideas that are like, I'm going to film right now. Like
oh, you want to be ahead.
I want things that I'm going to film right now so that I can actually go from one video to the next and not be, because I finished my Disney video, it went up today, but I have nothing to upload. So I want to be able to go from all right, here's this. And now here's the next video right after, kind of like I guess, rapid fire videos kind of.
Makes sense.
All right, Ollie, what you got for us, bro?
Oh man. Jeez, you guys didn't send me these questions preemptively. I think so the next coming week, I'm definitely going to try my best to stream more because of a new thing, a new development in my life. So I'm definitely going to try and up the stream time for people that have, already paid for subs or anything. I feel selfish to not stream.
Yeah, no, 100%.
So,
I get what you're saying.
Yeah, so that's definitely my goal for sure.
That's
Love
what's
that.
up, bro. That's what's up. I love it. Alyssa, before we get into everything, let them know where to find us.
Streaming platforms, Spotify, Apple Podcast, Amazon Music,
Google Podcast, baby. Don't leave Google out.
anywhere you find
There are people too over there.
your streaming platforms.
I love
Watch us
Google. They
listen
pay
to
me.
us. They pay you. No, they don't.
Yes, they do. How do people get paid on YouTube? What do you mean?
Oh, I thought you meant how people get sponsored by Google themselves. That's what I thought you were getting into, and I was like, don't bluff.
Anyway,
Anyways,
all right, now on to the meat of the podcast. The reason why y'all all clicked on, y'all wanted to hear our boy Ollie, my
guys are
man,
Curious.
my man,
What's up?
Curious
Sphere.
out there.
Guys, make sure
Dude.
to go subscribe to Sphere, by the way. Check out his podcast. Check out his Twitch and his podcast. His Twitch.
If you send it, I'll link it below.
is your Twitch is your main thing you're on right now, right?
Twitch is my main thing. I've been focusing a lot on the podcast lately. But I'm into everything.
That's what I wanted to ask you about. I was inspired by it. I told him I hired a PI to follow him around
my
Florida,
God.
see all the stuff he's into. And,
But
and I was creeping, man. I was so inspired because I want y'all to understand, when I met Sphere, I met him in Twitch, and I had no idea he even streamed, by the way. I'm gonna tell how we met right now. So I was in a friend's stream. He was talking in chat. He started talking to me. Then he followed me, came over to my stream, was talking to me in my stream. Meanwhile, this man was streaming the whole time, every single day. Didn't tell me he was streaming. So like he was being dope and talking to my chat, being positive, like, and I love that. So next thing you know, my friend raids him in a stream. For those who don't know, it's when you like take your like viewers who are watching your stream, you bring it to the next person. They raid him. And then next thing you know, I'm like, yo, he's in my chat all the time. He streams? Like, what the heck? And this man was a legit streamer. Like, he streamed every day. Like, every day, from like, what was it? Like 12 to like 5 or 6, right?
Yeah, it was weird. It was weird.
Yeah, my man
Weird
was
time.
going hard, and I had no idea, bro. Like, man, I was just sitting around. So I want you to tell me, like, what do you love most about streaming, bro?
Dude,
Why
honestly,
you
the
gotta take
people
my
interactions.
questions, like, first of all.
Oh, you guys stealing questions? Oh, shoot.
My fault. I didn't know that you wrote that down. My fault. What? All right.
Dude,
I'll
it's
change it then.
honestly-
What?
Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh, what am I doing right now? Okay, what am I answering?
Answer that one. What do you love most about streaming?
Okay, the people interaction. I don't focus on like gameplay. I'm terrible at games.
Me too.
Like I'm fully aware of it.
Me too.
So I like the people that I meet, the funny interactions, like the moments that we all just laugh together is just so genuine sometimes. And there's a moment where I was playing like one of those Telltale games, like, you know, the story-driven games.
Mm-hmm.
And we were watching like a really intense sort of scene and chat was dead. I was like, okay, that's weird. And so like a plot twist happened. And then everyone was like, oh, what? No way, blah, blah, blah. And it was so like weird. Like we're all watching this together. Like we're in a theater watching this.
Yeah.
It's like, it's almost like when you're in the theater and everyone's like, you know, starts clapping for a certain scene.
Yes.
And so I was like, ooh, that feels so good.
Yes.
It's like a weird endorphin sort of feeling. And so, yeah, it's just the people interaction. Sometimes people are great because it's the internet, but a majority of the people you run into are pretty good.
I actually find that I like Twitch's people more than YouTube's people sometimes, which is
I
weird.
would agree.
Right? Twitch has a like more tight-knit, really, you know, kind and supportive community where YouTube people can be very toxic. You know what I mean? Like they're aggressive about their posts.
Right.
Yeah. So
What changes like the platforms?
I don't know if it's the platforms or so much the streamers themselves who set up like the culture, I guess. If you think about YouTube as a whole, YouTube has a lot more different variety of content where Twitch is like people. There's always going to be a person and an action.
Right.
If you look into a stream, there's this person doing B. Whereas on YouTube, a lot of people aren't even on camera most time.
Oh.
So like anyone in the world just goes on YouTube to like learn stuff, find stuff. Like they just sometimes end up on YouTube, sometimes even watching like the news on YouTube. You know what I mean? So like you get people all over the world involved in all different things finding YouTube, whereas Twitch is like, this is the person I like. This is who I want to watch. This is who I want to follow.
Right.
You know
yeah,
what I mean?
I agree. Yeah.
Yeah.
YouTube has got that like that wall, that barrier where like, you know, like I can watch this person and they're not going to instantly react to me. So I can type whatever I want.
Yep.
And that's been a habit for decades until Twitch
Exactly.
came out. And so Twitch is a little more interactive where like I can talk, you know, shit to this person and they're going to actually instantly interact with them.
And you know what? It's funny you mentioned that because I feel like that's the situation as well when it comes to, because YouTube's trying to move into the live streaming game too. But
Yeah.
YouTube members and Twitch subscribers are two completely different things. Because the culture on YouTube is, this is free content. No matter what, like people at their core see this as like, all right, I'm not paying for this. This is supposed to be free content.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas when you go to Twitch, the culture is, I enjoy this person, I'm going to sub to them. And I feel like that's been YouTube's biggest like struggle in terms of breaking into like live streaming, you know, as a career for people, because Twitch already has this culture set up of this is what to do. Whereas like YouTube streamers, I tried to stream on YouTube, bro. It was nothing like,
I used to stream on YouTube.
I used to stream on YouTube daily.
That's crazy. Dude, that's a risk.
It was crazy. It was intense. And like I get more subs now than in super chat. Well, I used to get super chats back then, but I get more subs and bits and stuff now on Twitch than I did. And I had way more subscribers than I do followers on Twitch.
Wow.
Yeah, it's crazy, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. That's kind of, that is crazy.
It's just
I've never
different
thought about
cultures.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I can handle it. I'll just
I
stick
don't really
to
know
Twitch.
much about Twitch, so
Well, she
You got to come hang out.
the credit.
I told her.
Too much of an introvert to be like on
Dude,
camera. Like
Honestly, I feel like Twitch is the best place for introverts because you don't have to force yourself to interact. You can interact wherever you want.
Yeah.
That's a fair point.
If you chill and chat and say nothing, that's fine.
Yeah.
Like that's your introvert self. You can just watch the gameplay and we still get the credit for it. So
That's
100%. It's your own universe. You make what you
yeah,
want.
if you want to learn a game, just chill in there.
Well, I mean, I guess that's a fair point because when we were going through, I don't know, a couple episodes ago when we were talking about, I forget what we were talking about, but you had asked about which one of your friends were introverts and extroverts and all this, and I literally got like all of them wrong because I was like, yeah, they're all like into gameplay and streaming and all this stuff. I'm like, yeah, they're all extroverts. Yeah, no, they're all introverts.
Most of my friends are introverts. Most of them.
Oh, I hate people.
And I'm the exact opposite. Like I was telling her, like I love being around people. I get energy from like doing stuff like not just this, but like if it were up to me, bro, we wouldn't even be doing it like this. I would fly you out here. You'd be sitting on my couch right now and we'd be filming.
Dude, I actually thought about that today. No lie.
Like I want to get to that point because I get so much, like I get such a charge off of talking to people and like vibing with others and even just talking collaboratively. Like we don't even have to be in a setting like this. If you're telling me like, yo, here's what I want to do to like make my content better, I'm like, yo, that's sick. Like what if you did that like I get such a charge off of that, bro. I don't know, something about creativity and like content creation and collaboration that just gets me going. What happened?
So many comments. I have so many comments.
Oh, don't even listen. Hit me up after, bro. We'll talk, bro. We'll
Dude, I have so many comments.
I'm glad you.
I don't know if you want it on the podcast, but I could fire off some shit right now.
Hey, listen. Well, what are you working on now?
So right now, obviously I'm like doing the Nerd Locker podcast, but I'm trying to do more stream events recently.
Okay.
But based off of what you just said, that's so funny because I'm in a job that I just got and I hate it. Right? It's one of those like soul eating jobs.
Oh.
And I go there and it's like you get this like drenching feeling of like every time your boss messages you, it's like this like, why am I here? You know?
Yep.
And I just got off doing like 40 hours on Twitch. This job is brand new to me. And like it's just like I don't like I'm in an office, like I have my own office. I'm on a computer all day, and then I just talk to random people that don't like to be talked to. But
yeah, that's the worst.
And so like it's such a weird and surreal feeling because like I'm not making anything. Like I'm not good enough to like make these people happy, but I know I'm good enough to make other people happy in like a different terms. And it's just like, dude, it's like gut wrenching. Like today, I almost like walked out. I almost Irish goodbye this job.
He's trying to keep it clean for us, y'all.
I'm trying my best, man. I'm trying my best.
Man.
But like, yeah, it's kind of crazy. Like I don't know. Like if you see me on stream tomorrow afternoon, you know what happened.
Oh.
Hey, I'm here to support, man. Like, listen, I tell her all the time because I feel like corporations, don't even get me started, but I just feel like the work world today, they don't appreciate the workers,
the people they have.
And the people they have. And like the good people get dogged by like the bosses, and the bad employees get treated like gold a lot of times. You know what I mean? And
yeah, dude,
it's a hard culture to work in today, man. It's like, that's why I don't even do it, man. Like for me, when I work, I do, you know, my content creation stuff. And then after that, if I don't make enough, I get right on Uber, I get right on DoorDash, I get right on Instacart. And
that's what I was thinking about doing.
Make up the difference that way. Because to me, I'd rather live off of like little to nothing. I don't want to say little to nothing, but I'd rather just make it than be making a whole bunch of extra money doing something I hate. That's just where I'm at, you know?
Yeah, I agree. Someone was like convincing me, like, would you rather have this amount of money and this amount of happiness, or would you rather have like this amount of money and like higher happiness? You know, I'm like, I'm miserable.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
say
not
that
worth it.
all the time because I'm like, yeah, because it takes me, I work a regular 9 to 5 job. It takes me 40 minutes to get there, 40 minutes to get home. So by the time I'm like in the car coming home, like I lost all my motivation.
Honey,
to
I've
come home and
been there.
like, I come home and like I'll be listening to podcasts on the way
Been there.
home and like they're talking about all this stuff and I'm like, oh yeah, like I can go home and do this, da da da. And then by the time I get home, I'm like,
Nope.
no, that's
Just
gone.
everything's gone. Yeah.
Oh man, yeah, it's crazy. The motivation, like once you get home, like I don't like I get home like today. I told you guys I got home at 7, and like I really wanted to do this, but like I wouldn't stream. Like I just ugh.
Well, I see you as an artist and a creative person. A lot of times for us artists and creativity, like is our mental state is important to be able to be creative, to be able to like do our art. Anything that drains us in any way, it permits what is the word I'm looking for? I can't even say it. Whatever. It just keeps us from being it keeps us from being able to like make our art. You know what I mean? I was about to say permit, but like permit is the opposite of what I was trying to say. But you know what I mean? Like it just keeps us from doing that thing because we have like a mental block now of like this experience we just had all day long, and now we're like,
dude, I'm literally like as I'm watching you guys on this game, I'm getting texts from work. It's so nuts. It's so nuts. But okay. I feel like we're detracting the conversation.
No, actually,
I don't know what you guys have going on.
You're going right where I want you to go because I want to talk to you about your creativity. Because after doing all my research, I found out how creative you are. Like I looked at your all your different pages, man. Like you had the Instagram page, you had the art page. I was like, yo, like.
Yeah, didn't you say something about like photography?
Yeah, it was a photography page, and then you had your YouTube channel I found, and then the podcast you're doing. Like I'm like, yo, my man's a jack of all trades here, and like I kind of relate to that, man, because like a lot of times I feel like I'm trying to like hone in and be better and become a master at something, but a lot of times I feel like I'm not good at one single thing. I'm good at multiple.
I feel that all the time.
Right. So it's like, and then a lot of people are like, why do you do so much? Why do you do so much? It's like, because I'm good at it all. I'm not good enough at any one thing to just do that and only get by doing that. If that makes sense. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's just how I feel personally. I just want to ask you, like, what drives you to keep doing like all that? Like just have the energy, you know what I mean?
Dude, the feeling you get when you like accomplish something, honestly. I had an engagement photo the other day, and no, I'll give you a better example. I had a family shoot, and this is when I was working for Disney at the time, and I had a family shoot, and they're an awesome family. They had a crazy Instagram. I messaged them. They're like, yes, we like you. We like your stuff. Just come do these photos for us. And they ended up getting interviewed by Good Morning America. And Good Morning America called me while I was at work, which is owned by ABC. And ABC is owned by Disney. So I'm able to look up everyone in Disney. So I looked up the person that called me and like, oh, this is legit. And like the producer of Good Morning America called me like while I was at work. And he's like, yeah, we saw your photos. We want to know, do we have permission to use them? And we'll tag you in all this shit. I was like, yeah.
What?
Obviously. My photos were on Good Morning America. I'm technically a digital published photographer, which is super fun to say.
Congratulations,
it was a good time.
Thank
you. Yeah, no, it was a really I kind of hang on to that feeling because, I mean, that was like a super crazy sense of accomplishment that I felt for something that I had passion about.
Yeah.
And that just goes down like the whole line. Like I've helped people get partnered on Twitch. I've helped people accomplish their dreams in terms of acting or anything like that to, publish their videos on YouTube or whatever. So that's definitely my driving point. It's like, if you try hard enough, just keep doing it and you'll get there. Like you'll help someone out.
Yes.
With your talent.
Yes.
It's so, I don't even have a word for it. Surreal, I guess.
Yeah, 100%, bro. Oh my goodness, I love it, and I'm glad you brought up the acting thing too, man. Like He's also a voice actor. Did you know
I
that?
think you told me about that because one of my questions was like, not even like, how did you get into like the voice acting, but like anything, like photography, like, did you just do it and you were like, I like this? Or was it like a.
So I have. So for photography, I have friends that are into that, and we've done a couple of videos. I don't know if you guys found it, but
I didn't personally.
Well, the-
FBI over here might have, but.
I don't think I got that far. I did find the
No?
gaming channel. I think I stopped at the gaming channel. I didn't get to like the photography one.
He's sitting there like, yes.
wait, the gaming channel?
Didn't you have like
Gaming
you
channel.
uploaded your live streams to your Sphere YouTube channel?
Oh, okay, the YouTube. Okay, my YouTube.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, your YouTube, yeah.
Okay. Oh, so you didn't. Okay.
Thank God he didn't.
Let me stop there.
Okay.
I need to work on my PI skills. God dang it.
Oh God.
I'll say it later if you guys don't mention it. Because I don't mind for it anymore. One of my friends is a videographer and photographer. He got me into the whole thing. He got me into the acting is because I was into like impressions and such. And so we made a whole thing. And then I realized like, wait, like I kind of have an eye for this. So I got a camera and I opened my own store and started doing my own photography thing. In terms of voice acting, I decided to, there was a lot of people saying on Twitch when I streamed, they're like, oh, you have like a radio type voice. I was like, that's weird to say, but okay, sure. Yeah. I didn't know that was a voice. And, and so I was on TikTok and, a buddy of mine, does like challenges, like voice challenges, like, hey, I'm going to have this script, read it with me on TikTok. And you like kind of, what is it, duet?
Yeah.
That's made me sound super old, by the way, just saying it like that. And so I duetted the video and everyone was like, oh my God, you should do this. You should like voice act. That was really good. And I was like, I mean, I've never thought about it. So let's like dive into that for a little bit. I joined a couple of Discord communities. And it turns out I'm like not terrible at it. So I started doing like auditions. I took so far only one class. I haven't been heavily delved into classes yet, and it's been super fun. I've met so many amazing people. The thing that me and my friend were doing, and it's it's what I thought you were gonna find, was so we made a origin story about the Joker.
Oh, what? I didn't find that? What?
You didn't find that.
Oh,
So it's
I gotta find it
actually,
after
if you Google my name on Google, I'm on IMDb as listed as the Joker in an origin series.
Oh my God.
So one thing I know for a fact you didn't know about me, because I don't talk about it too often, I actually pursued an acting career in the past as well.
Oh, no way.
Yeah. So that's why that interests me so much. I'd pursued it because I was like, maybe like I enjoy being on camera. Maybe this is something I want to do. I booked a few things and I was like, honestly, I don't really like this. I want to go back to YouTube, and then I just stuck with YouTube from there on. But like, it's kind of weird because I feel like those two paths kind of like cross and intersect in so many different
They
ways.
coexist.
Yeah, because a lot of web series now, if they don't get, approved by a publisher or like an indie film, if it doesn't get put out, a lot of people just upload them to YouTube now. And they will blow up from there a lot of times. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Currently a part of 2 characters in an audiobook.
Oh.
And then I have to audition for an indie game, a couple of indie games that I'm going to end up lined up for. I just, my space is just not correct for it yet. So I'm working on that right now.
Yeah, man, I'm not going to sit here and tell you on the podcast to quit your job, bro. Just beat it. Let me stop.
You have no idea, dude. You have no idea. I've talked to a lot of people and they're like,
Audiobook
yeah. Audiobooks? It's like, you know how you listen to a book that you would read?
Uh-huh.
It's like that, but all the characters have their own voices.
So do you just have to like sit there and read like the script for
No,
it?
you can be in your car and you can just listen to it.
Huh.
You never listened to audiobook?
No, I don't. I really
Yeah.
I like
So-
more like paper book. I've never.
So remember, I used to use Audible all the time. So basically, if I was listening to an Audible book, I could hear his voice basically. like reading me.
If I'm like a certain character in the book or whatever.
So like every like part kind of like changes. Like, is there like a narrator that reads like, you know, like the parts that like people don't necessarily like say?
Oh
No, so there's a narrator,
Right,
and he'll read the stuff that the characters don't say, and then the characters
We'll read
all
their.
are assigned parts, and they'll do their voices for.
that's so sick.
Never really listened to books. I honestly never really listened to anything besides like music. Like I never started listening to podcasts in the car or anything till like really recently when I started listening to like Cimarelli. Like I don't know, podcasts just weren't really like my thing to listen to. I'm more of like a, I guess, visual. Like I'd watch it, or like if I read a book, it's like literally one like in my lap.
Dude, that's crazy. So like, I'm kind of the same way because I just started listening to podcasts recently until someone like, people were invited me. So sorry. It's really hard.
Do your thing, bro. Do your thing. I'm sure.
When
Listen,
people were like inviting me to stuff,
yeah,
and I was like, I should probably listen to these, and I need to watch the visual. So like, I have like a little setup in my car where like I can watch the video and like just kind of drive around and listen. And it's just like a tiny little video.
I see. I was the same way. I kept saying like hearing it was like, I don't know, it was kind of weird. I'd like it better of like watching and listening. Like it made me feel better listening to podcasts. I don't know. It was really weird. And Julian was calling me crazy. But
I agree. No, I agree.
It's a little crazy. It's a little.
You have to see the facial interactions of like how people like,
that's what I was
like interact with
saying.
stuff.
I was just talking about that in whatever podcast episode it was. I don't even remember what it was, but I was like,
Alyssa, right here.
Listen, it felt like uncomfortable almost.
Right here.
But like the people that I listen to are people that I've watched on YouTube, so like I could picture their face if that makes sense. So then like you're kind of
exactly.
Right? See? Oh my god. So
No, Julian, whatever you say is in the wrong.
Yeah, it's
Bro,
one you're outvoted.
Are you dating anyone currently?
I am not. No.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, whenever you're dating someone, no matter what you say, it's always wrong.
No, it's all right. I don't plan on doing that. That's okay. They can live their own life.
I love this guy, man. Ollie, man.
That's funny.
I want to know. I have a question for you, man.
All right, ready.
When it comes to like Twitch and building your community, like, how do you go about making new online friends? Like, how do you go about saying like, oh, that's a great streamer? Like, what are like almost like your prerequisites almost? Because I feel like we became kind of like really chill and like friendly really instantly. You know what I mean?
So, I mean, the only way I'm gonna know I'm like comfortable with you is if I insult you and you take it as a joke. And that's just me personally. Like, like I'll make some references to like previous conversations, and then if I can insult you and you're okay with it, we're gonna be vibing forever.
I feel like that's kind of Jet's vibe too.
Yes.
That is exactly. Jet's got a good vibe.
That's our group, honestly. Like as a whole. Like,
exactly.
In our entire group, I think everyone just lightly roasts each other, like on a regular basis.
It's super
100%.
fun.
I agree.
It's a fun like little. It's like you get inside jokes out of it sometimes because you can repeat the joke, and then in terms of like when new viewers come in, I'm always super hesitant because I don't know how old they are.
That's a good point.
And so I try and interact a little bit more, like like I probe a little bit, like like what do you do for work? Are you at school, et cetera, which we are allowed to ask those questions, by the way, and to kind of gauge their age. Like not even like a month ago, someone joined the Discord and we were all having like a Discord conversation, and we noticed that someone didn't know like a reference, which isn't an old reference, and so we're like, how old are you? And then they left immediately. Oh. And I've yet to see them ever.
Whoa.
So like 10?
I feel like we have that on YouTube because like we have a lot of people, I don't know, they'll be in the chat and they'll be talking and they'll seem very like, I don't want to say like sophisticated, but they'll seem like they're older than they are. And then we're like, oh, like out of like, a fun random thing, we're just like, yeah, drop ages. Like, how old is everyone? Blah, blah, blah. And some people are like, they'll hit like a minimum of like 10, 13, all that. And you're like, Oh,
That's also
should we
native.
Dude,
not
yeah,
be
it's
having
also
this
it's
conversation?
it's kind of crazy because like you'll even sense like typing language sometimes.
Yo,
Right,
I'm good at
right.
that. I will say I'm good at that.
It's kind of crazy. It's like, yeah, I'm here hanging out. Oh my god.
You sounded 10 years old. You can tell he's a
And
voice
you-
actor, people.
Doing well.
And you'll gauge it.
Yeah, like, all
Gauge
right.
it.
Well, watch what you say.
It's crazy.
Hold on, you gotta. How do you keep your mental in control when balancing all these different things? Because
Oh,
I feel like you have a lot of different things going on, and you have a lot of different hats that you wear, and I feel like a lot of times I get overwhelmed. So I want to know how you keep yourself like leveled and mentally stable throughout all this process.
Oh, I don't. No, I'm kidding. I'm totally kidding. I'm totally kidding.
Bro, same here, man. Oh man.
No, honestly, it's something that I'm still working on myself. So sometimes I have to like, if I'm getting a lot of messages from like 3, 4, 5 different things, like my week is typically filled with just different stuff. Like yesterday I had a podcast. Today I'm gonna guest to you. Tomorrow I'm planning on streaming. It was supposed to be an event, but I have to figure it out. Saturday I work, and I'm supposed to be on another podcast. It's like insane.
Oh.
And then I have like voice acting practices that I have to attend. I have to at least submit like a certain amount of auditions. It's insane. So when I started voice acting, actually, it kind of helped me a little bit. And this is going to sound super weird for everyone that's out there.
Let it go, bro.
So when you're voice acting, you have to kind of create different characters. You guys heard my 12-year-old kid, for example. And then, like my range can go to like Smog's dragon, for example.
Oh.
And so like it's kind of crazy because for some of the characters that you make, you have to make a whole backstory, a whole personality for it. And it's almost like a pseudo like multiple personality. It's not real, but it helps you get into character. So like right now, it's super weird. Again, I warned you, it's weird. So like Joker right now, since I've done it for years, I can turn it on and off as an impression. I can turn that kid one on and off, and I can turn Smog on and off. I can turn other characters on and off. Do you
We want to hear it. Turn it on. Turn it on. Turn it on.
Is that your favorite villain? Okay. Give me a line.
Give me Give me where is Harvey Dent?
Okay.
From The Dark Knight.
All right. Where is Harvey Dent? Do you know where he is? Do you? No. Yeah, I can do the whole laugh and everything. It's just like this now.
That's
I've done it
awesome.
for so long.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
I feel like we talked about this in the past, though. You don't value impressions, right?
Voice actors typically don't value impressions because why hire someone that can do an impression versus they can just hire this person? Like everyone's just going to end up watching this person doing an impression and then just automatically compare it to
The person.
the original.
That makes sense.
The best advice I got was from Nolan North. When I met him, is like there's no such thing as a bad impression because that's an original character and no one can do that. It's the same thing with your voice. Your voice is your own unique voice. You can do that every single day because maintaining something for a role is crucial. This is something I can do all day.
While we're
so
on
like,
the topic, my bad.
Yeah. No, go.
While we're on the topic, though, I just want to ask you, what do you think about these AI deepfakes of voices? Like,
oh, those are interesting.
yeah, you seen them?
What?
So
Those are crazy.
AI is going in, and they're now, instead of like, let's say, if I wanted Kanye to interview Ollie here, what I would do is I would just use the AI deepfake. I could talk, but instead of my voice projecting, it would be Kanye West.
Really?
AI has gotten that crazy.
I feel like that's kind of cool, but at the same time, like that's kind of weird.
It's going really far. Like somebody on TikTok was doing it. I was like,
People probably have a lot of fun with that, though.
It's kind of there's like a John Wick deepfake, I think.
They
That's
do
like
faces.
super good looking. Wait, that's not what I meant. I mean, like, it looks good. Well, he is super good looking though. Like we get like.
I didn't know they'd went that like far into.
One of the Super Bowl commercials was a deep fake of Joe Rogan, right? Am I right about that? I forget.
Ooh,
who
I
it
don't
was.
know. I don't watch anything of the Super Bowl this year. I was on a trip.
Oh no, you're good, man. I just forget. I forget who it was, who exactly, but it was
I didn't hear
basically they just used their face. So now the thing is, in terms of
That's
ads,
weird.
in terms of sponsored videos, like at what point, like, are we gonna just be thinking we're watching or listening to an artist, and it's just not gonna be them?
Oh, that
Right.
brings like the fun out of it, kind of.
Well, yeah, I mean, but it also it creates it's bad because it creates a new level of revenue for these big like A-list, B-list celebrities.
So, okay, what about this though? Let's say you're watching like Justin Timberlake
Mhm.
live in, the concert.
Mhm.
There's got to be somebody in that crowd or someone filming that can figure it out that it's not Justin Timberlake, and that's just going to explode and destroy that,
Right.
right? Like it's a kind of a massive like risk. If
Someone's gonna think
if
they're-
that company, oh, go ahead, sorry.
No, I was just gonna say someone thinks there's gonna think like they're putting like the biggest thing out on the internet, like exposing them, being like, "Oh, I figured
Yeah.
this out. This isn't them." Blah blah blah.
But then it
That's
becomes
gonna be a
another
massive
conspiracy
trend.
theory because that one person could figure it out, but like the other, 2.5 million people that are going to watch that can't figure it out. So it's like, are they telling the truth or are they not? Was that actually
It's
Justin?
always
Was it
gonna be a
not?
hot topic.
So now,
And
right,
then that's when Twitter goes up in value.
yo, Elon's sitting there like,
Expose it all.
Deep fakes.
What about this?
I love AI. That's why I made self-driving cars.
All we know,
Let's
he
go.
probably made deep fakes. Like we don't know.
He probably did. They have Tesla bots all around the office. So
Dude, oh man,
Use
that's so
AI,
crazy to
though.
think about though.
personally, I do. I use AI. AI helps me come up with videos.
I've used AI a little bit, not like the facial structure, but like
Yeah.
to make my D&D characters and stuff. I've used AI.
Yeah. Do you use ChatGPT at all?
Oh, I don't know. Someone did it for me.
Oh, if I were you, I would get in on ChatGPT. There's a lot. You could train it. You could, teach it how to give you good
Some
answers.
people have sent me scripts to practice on Chat. So
Yeah,
it's been pretty interesting.
it's
Someone made a
That
script
sounds-
about me. It was really weird.
that's weird. Now that creeps me out.
Really weird.
I was gonna look us up on it and see if it knew who we were. I was afraid to do it though. I'm like,
Dude, you should have.
I'm
Oh,
afraid,
you should have.
man. I don't want to know what it's gonna come out with because I mean, it knew who. Like, are you familiar with MKBHD?
No.
So he's
No.
a tech YouTuber. He's a large tech YouTuber, and it knew who he was, but instead of calling him a YouTuber, it was calling him like an actor. So like
Oh.
it was getting stuff wrong, but it did know who he was.
I
That's
see.
interesting.
Yeah. So
You should have looked it up.
maybe I will.
Yeah, you would have found my OnlyFans.
Oh. Let's go. I was looking for it. I was like, let me see. I'm trying to find all Ollie's income streams here. Let me see what he got. Working on the weekends. Club that night. Oh,
Dude.
man. Listen, all of our young listeners are like, what's OnlyFans?
Oh my god.
Trust me, they know. They know.
That's scary. So that brings me to another topic, bro.
Oh god.
Oh my god.
From off of oldie.
I like to stay away from these like political topics on here, but I have to ask you, what do you think of the TikTok ban? As a TikTok creator yourself.
Oh, that's a good point.
Oh.
Wow, TikTok too. What?
Honestly, I think someone's just gonna end up buying TikTok off, like in America.
I was just saying that today.
I feel like they've
I think that's what's
cycled,
gonna happen.
they've cycled through like a I don't even know how to describe it, like how it was musically and Vibe. Like they've cycled through so many things that they're just not it's not like they're not gonna have it anymore.
I think there's always now going to be a platform for short form.
Oh, of course. I mean, Instagram has got it already.
Instagram and YouTube now. So I think
Yeah.
that no matter what happens to TikTok, there is room for short form. They realize the power of short form now and it's not going anywhere.
The only thing that's like, oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Finish.
No, do your
Sorry.
thing.
The only thing that's like unnerving, I guess, is because America doesn't own it. So they're like, okay, this is weird.
Yeah.
Even though America knows nothing
Right.
about even Wi-Fi.
Yeah, I'm about to say,
Sorry,
did you see the question?
excuse me,
Does TikTok connect to your home Wi-Fi router?
bro. Shut the hell up. What are you saying right now?
You know what that like
See, I don't go on TikTok, so honestly, I have no idea what you're talking about, but
the literal
that sounds hilarious.
so the same guy MKBHD said that the government like hearing for TikTok sounded like tech support. That's what it sounded like because it was basically like our grandparents trying to give TikTok
Like
questions
figure out what TikTok is.
and trying to understand.
Does
like,
your TikTok connect to your Wi-Fi? Does that mean that it connects to your Wi-Fi and TikTok's connected to your Wi-Fi? Yeah, that's
yeah, like
how you
literally.
use the internet.
What?
It's hard because like I think not to get too political, but I think it just shows the level of like our government officials being out of touch with where we are as a society today. The internet is is here to stay.
Yeah, I know. I agree. I think everyone's like really stuck to the 9 to 5 that they don't understand that we can do this now, by the way, connected to your Wi-Fi.
Yeah. And that's been the hardest thing for me. I don't know if you've had to have this issue, but like ever since I quit my job, I never know. Like people ask me what I do for a living, I never know how to answer them. And when I do say YouTube in there, and they're like,
Oh, I've had that problem too.
like, what do you say?
And
How do you
to
classify
describe
yourself?
everything, and they're like, wait, so if you do this, then they have to get like really deep into the questions, and you're like, oh my god.
Right.
No. Oh no, my favorite thing was so everyone was like, what do you do for a living? And I was like, oh, I stream video games on Twitch. I was like, oh, people pay you for that? I was like, well, do you pay for pay-per-view for a football game? Yeah.
It's the same thing. It's the same thing.
It's the only way they relate.
That's what, yeah, like I don't know. They try to like figure it out, and like obviously they don't really know much about it, especially like the older like they are that you ask, and they have to like ask questions and ask questions and ask the same thing like in 3 different ways just for them to understand it, and you're like, all right.
Right. Like, you playing video games? Yeah.
You get people watch you do that. My mom couldn't wrap her head around it at first when I was like I used to do NBA 2K videos, and she could not wrap her head around like me sitting in the room playing NBA 2K and making money from it. All she knew was, hey, he plays video games.
Yeah, when I started Twitch, my mom didn't get it either.
Hey, yeah, I don't know.
She gets it now. Finally, it took like 8 years.
Oh.
Sorry, mom, I love you.
I would say the same. I think my mom does understand it now. I think we're moving into an age now where what we do is more accepted, and the art of being a content creator is becoming more widely accepted as people rely on content creators more. I feel like content creators now have a responsibility in society, in the world, and it's reaching a point where adults are, I don't want to say adults, the generation before us is starting to take notice of that and take notice of the power that our voices have too,
Okay, so I have a question for you now.
Uh-oh. What's up?
What do you think about the generation that's before us in terms of content creation?
Like
because we did have the whole example of, Tide Pods being a thing,
Oh my
and
god.
that, I mean, there's always a mess after trend after trend. So are we expecting good, solid quality content now, or is it going downhill?
You mean the generation after us, like the younger generation?
Oh yeah, after us.
Okay. The generation after us, I think there's every generation is gonna have their crazy people, because like we had Logan Paul. You know what I mean? Like our generation had Logan Paul. Like I can't say like there won't be the crazies, but I feel like from what I'm seeing in terms of content creation, I feel like we are in good hands because I'm loving where the art is going. Like
Does our generation end with you?
yes. Well,
Wait,
the
what
year
year?
before me, technically the year before me. Technically.
Wait, you're older than me, aren't you?
I was born in 97.
You're younger than me?
When were you born?
94.
Really?
Yeah.
I was born in 96.
Yeah.
I'm the old person here?
Does it end with me?
What's happening?
You.
So it ends with me? Because then it got me, like, that gets me thinking about it. Because, like, I thought you were part of, like, my generation, but then, so I figured it ended with either you or me. But that would mean that literally both my brothers are the generation after
technically
me.
Gen Z. Technically.
Wait,
That's
when were your brothers born?
So one of my brothers was born in 99, and one of my brothers was born in 01.
Yeah,
so I figured
one of my
01
my brother's 99.
I figured the 01 would be after, but I didn't know. I don't know. It's weird to think that 99 is
I think it's 99. I think it's 99.
Oh, it's 99?
My brother experiences a whole nother thing.
Well, that's the thing.
It was either 96 or 97 or maybe 98, but I didn't think it went that far for our generation.
I relate to people older than me easier, as you could tell. But
So do I. So do I, though.
Really? Oh, okay. I was going to say, I don't really get along with people my age most times. You know, I feel like everyone my age has their priorities.
Yeah, it depends.
I mean, like, think about it. Like, Jat's older than us.
Yeah.
Tia's older than us.
John.
There's a whole slew of people in my stream that are older than us. And they're all, like, chill. Like,
Yeah.
I love them.
I love it too. I think our generation's a little crazier right
I have
now.
a lot of friends younger than me, though, too.
Oh, that means you're the crazy one.
It makes sense.
Iced coffee at 8 p.m., everybody.
Whoa, got her. See, finally someone realizes that you're everyone thinks I'm the crazy one around here. I love it. Someone noticed.
I can't really deny it. I think I'd actually be crazy denying that, but...
No, but to answer your question, man, I do think content-wise we're in good hands because I feel like they understand because we paved the way of where content creation was going in terms of like the power and knowing your responsibility of it and, you know, the responsibility you carry. I feel like we paved a good road for them. So the generation coming up will have, there, like I said, there will be the crazies, but they'll have examples of like, here's how I should act with a platform. Here's what to do. And here's how I should handle any situation that arises, basically.
Right.
We didn't have that
okay.
example. You know what I mean? YouTube started in 09. You know?
I feel like also, though, like with the internet, like I feel like a lot of people are suffering from it. Like, you know, like there's a lot of anxiety going on now. I feel like that's definitely increased because you're automatically comparing yourself to other content creators.
I gotcha. Millions of people.
And so many. Instead of like, you know, sitting in an office, which literally I did today, and not caring about how the other person did.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's a little bit like I'm looking at these numbers and I'm saying like, oh my God, this person's doing better than me. I need to do something, you know? Which is like, I mean, I guess the world we're stepping into.
Yeah.
Which is
100%.
both terrible, but it's, I mean, we don't have a choice. Like, it's the internet.
So the only thing I would say to you, kind of like opposite of that existed before, but just in a different situation, because I've experienced this where I started a job at the same time as somebody. Your typical 9 to 5, you work. You think you work harder than they do. They think they work harder than you do. They get promoted before you. Now, what are you thinking? You know what I mean? So It's kind of like the same thing in that aspect because, you know, these people might be getting promoted, you know, like numbers wise before you. And you're like, wait, but I do this, I do that. It's just different because the entire world can see your performance. Like that view count is on display below everything you do.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only real difference. Whereas like in like jobs, like you said, like the office, only the managers and higher ups really know like you're contributing. Like people speculate, oh, they're not doing enough. They're not carrying their weight.
Fine print numbers though.
Right. But now our numbers are on display for the world to see. And there's a lot of vanity in that, you know, there's a lot of like, wow, my video just did like 100, 500,000, 10,000, 10 million, you know, there's a lot of vanity and like, yo, look at that. But like at the end of the day, if you feel like this is what they should do and they're not performing there, other people might say, wow, that's a lot of views. That's good. Then yourself might be like, oh, I flopped. I flopped horrible. You know what I mean?
That's true too. Yeah, because all the numbers are like super public. Like you could. It's also that dopamine spark. You know, like if I post something on Instagram, I'm getting all these likes, and it's like, ooh, happy for like that 5 seconds. But then, you know, when you post something else at a different time and it does poorly, it's just, it doesn't feel as good and you feel really like is demotivational a word?
Yeah, you could be demotivated. Yeah, 100%.
Okay, demotivated. Yeah, there we go. So it's kind of crazy, but I mean, all in all, I think we're all like headed towards a world where it's like gonna rely a lot on like content creation.
Yes.
And the internet. So
on that topic, I want to tell you, the world of content creation is changing so much, dude. Like,
It always
it's too
does.
fast for me.
are you
It's
paying
too fast
attention to
for me.
Instagram right now? Something crazy just happened on Instagram.
I no.
So Instagram
Enlighten
is
me.
now charging people for the check marks.
Really?
In the check marks, you get
Yes,
pushed to
actually.
audience.
Where's my phone? Oh, my phone's right in front of me. Cut that out. Cut that out. Cut that out. Cut that out. Cut that out.
No, that's staying. That's staying. 100% it's staying.
Do the same thing.
No, but seriously, like you can't get, like they're saying you'll get more views if you are purchased the Meta checkmark, the Meta verification.
Right. They're doing pay to play. They're doing pay to play.
Yeah.
Weren't they doing the paid check marks on Twitter too?
Yes. So that's also changing.
Yeah.
To get on the Twitter For You, Elon Musk said now you have to have Twitter Blue. I pay for Twitter Blue. It's a write-off. It's a
How
write-off.
much is it? Is it
It's
expensive?
$8. Well, I think it's 11.
Okay.
But it was 8 when I
Okay.
signed up. It's not terrible. Instagram is 15 or 14.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Wait, so how were they giving the marks before? Like, how
Same
did you
thing.
get-
You get verified if you are like a top creator. If you have like a certain amount, you apply to be verified.
You just have to like apply.
Yeah.
But it was free.
Yes, but now basically the reason why that's so important is because the way these sites existed before, the structure was ad revenue. I make money
Mhm.
on, advertising to my users, basically. Now, so this is the thing that's important to note with this. YouTube's model is we make money off of the creators creating content for us because we throw ads on there. So the creator gets some and then we get some. That's how YouTube works. Now, what this is doing, Instagram is now kind of double dipping because they're not taking away ads, but they're taking money from the content creators as well. So I don't know how I feel about that. And it also is like kind of like
That's interesting. I mean, Twitch kind of does the same, like Amazon.
Yeah, 100%. But who really wants to model after Twitch? Twitch isn't really killing in the financials, but I'll just say I don't like we rate
gonna lie.
about their community. The community aspect is good, but financially, it's like a lot of creators are leaving for Kick. I don't know if you've seen Kick.com.
Yes.
A lot of people are leaving for there because they do a 95. It's another streaming platform that just kind of came up, but they do a 95-5 split for their creators. So that means you get 95% of. Remember I told you about the $5 sub, you get $250. Twitch gets half, you get the other. On Kick, you get what would that be, like $4.50?
Yeah.
It'd be like $4.50 you get, and then they get 50 cents out of that. The reason why they could do that though is because they're a gambling site. So they make all their money off of gambling.
Mhm.
So that's always the key thing, man, for me. Like if I'm posting content on a site, I need to know how do they make their money? Because if you want to be big on a site, a lot of times you want to align yourself with that site's goals. Because what's YouTube goal? Keep people on the platform. So
Here's what's scary though.
Mhm.
I don't know how much research you did, FBI. For 10 months I streamed on Mixer.
Okay.
Mixer's now dead.
Yeah, 100%.
Oh, I don't know any of these platforms.
Mixer was
Mixer's owned
they were
by
interesting.
Facebook. And they no, I'm sorry, that's wrong. Mixer was its own platform owned by Microsoft.
Yep.
And I transitioned from Twitch to Mixer because it was a smaller community and I thought I could grow more. So 10 months I was on Mixer until Mixer got bought out by Facebook. And I was like, I'm not streaming on Facebook. So I went back to Twitch. And I mean, my community like moved over. Like it wasn't a huge problem, but like it was not a huge it was 10 months of like a financial struggle on like Mixer. So like that's why I'm like not super that keen on moving to a different platform because I'm pretty stable here, like on Twitch. Like it just doesn't. I'm not gonna make X amount of people like make a whole new account. Like they already did that for me once, so it just doesn't make sense.
So here's the issue I see. Here's my question, because if I'm being honest, I already know my answer to this question, but I want to hear your take on this. Is live streaming in 2023 profitable?
100%.
Really? I'm on the opposite.
So, yeah.
You sound like you're the opposite.
I would say no. I would say.
Well, think about how much time you're like doing. Like, let's say you record a video, right? And time is money, right? So you're recording a video.
Yep.
You have to write a script for it, if possible. Sometimes you have to then edit and then upload, which also takes forever, by the way.
100%.
But on streaming, and this is why I started streaming originally, you don't have to edit. You can if you want. It's optional. You've got original content out there that's just completely raw, which people like. It's not, cookie cutter stuff that everyone else does on like YouTube, for example. And then you've got live income that's coming in that's not like super guaranteed. Like the amount you need for a payout. And Twitch just lowered it down to like $50 per month.
Yep. So
in a way, I think live streaming is way more beneficial. It's less more work. You can do more work on like a research and development. Like you can go into other streams since you have that time not editing and see what works for them, and you can see if that works for you. You can network. Like you can not stream and just hang out, in like Jack's or Tia's streams or whatever, and gain more followers that way. And that way, there's a higher probability that those people will visit your stream. Kind of how I met you.
Fair. That's very fair. And it's actually funny because that goes full circle to the story we told. That's a hot take.
You met Jat too.
Yeah. Well, I met Jat through playing with Tia. Yeah. Well, so it's funny because a few streams ago, I was talking to Alyssa about all the friends I made after, joining Twitch and talking in Twitch. I don't necessarily say Twitch is profitable, but I still do Twitch. And here's why. I enjoy the interaction, meeting like-minded people like you, Tia, like we said, Jat, everybody that we hang out with. I enjoy that community sense that I feel. But as far as profitable, I don't know if I would call it that, just because I feel like you could sit there, especially in the beginning, like when you're first starting out, you could sit there for like 8 hours a day and make not a single dime. And and when you start on anything, you shouldn't be in it for money anyway.
True.
But it's just hard when, somebody who does make money through YouTube is like, all right, well, like I could spend that time recording a piece of content. I could spend that time editing a piece of content. And, the thing with streams is no one watches VODs either. Whereas like YouTube content, I feel like will live on forever. Like people are always on YouTube. Content's always resurfacing. Whereas like on Twitch, like once that stream's over, it's just boop, done. You know what I mean?
That's fair. Let's think about like. Oh wait, I just forgot.
I was ready for this debate.
Oh my God, where'd it go?
Don't worry, it happens to me all the time. I feel like I have like the most heated like fire response, and it's just like boop.
If I think of something, I have to write it down, or I will forget.
Here, re-say what you just said.
So basically, we'll just agree to disagree.
Yeah. We'll do that.
No, but honestly, like with all that said, like it's not like I don't do Twitch, but I do enjoy Twitch. I fear the future of live streaming just because I feel like it's not profitable in general to host a live streaming platform from like all the different, companies that have started and failed. Like even Facebook Gaming now is basically like not accepting partners anymore. Like the applications to partners are just gone. Facebook Gaming.
Well, to be fair, right now the only like Twitch used to be Beam.
Yep.
And Beam got changed to Twitch.
Yep.
And then Twitch got bought by a $1 billion company.
Yeah.
So, and since that like rocketed so far, there's no way like any other platform can catch up. We talked about like, YouTube being a pretty shitty company. Kick is just now starting off. Mixer got shut down. Microsoft couldn't even keep up, and they threw millions of dollars into other streamers to move from Twitch to Mixer.
Yep.
So Really, I think it's only until we find like. Honestly, I don't think we're gonna find anything. Think about it, like Mixer. The reason why I moved to Mixer was because there was zero chat lag. That was one of the main reasons. I was able to instantly interact with these people, whereas Twitch, before the lag or the consistently latency loss, I couldn't like instantly interact with them. And so, yeah, that's why I moved to Mixer. And then Mixer, all died, and now here we are.
Yeah.
So I don't think there's going to be a while until someone thinks of something different. There's not going to be the king of streaming. Twitch does a decent payout. I know you mentioned. Who is this? Okay, I know you mentioned. I just got a message. Sorry,
It's just funny.
sorry. I know you mentioned the new streamers are having trouble to kind of climb because it's super saturated. I understand.
Yeah.
There are consultants out there. Huh?
I said there's zero discoverability.
It's zero. And I'm not even vouching for Twitch on this. They tried, but their staff is not great. And I've talked to them, and they were very drunk. But
Did you say they were drunk?
I was at a party.
Oh. The port was like, "Hey, I need help."
No, the phone.
Hold on
Yo, imagine.
minute.
Like, wait, wow.
No, it was at a party.
Imagine that, bro.
Like, dang. Okay.
Oh my god.
That's insane.
No, he was drunk at a party, dude. So much slurs. I couldn't understand him. I barely know his name now.
He's like, "Yeah, I work for Twitch." On the day,
It was like, I work for Twitch.
I just want to rock.
It was open bar. It was fun. It was a good time.
That's so cool.
Oh man, next time it happens, invite me.
You guys don't have to air this episode, by the way. You guys don't have to air this episode.
Listen, we do have. This is our greatest episode.
Back to the we see both our faces like.
Yo, yeah. You said they were drunk. I was like, wait, go back. Because you just breathed over it like it was nothing. And he's like, yeah, they were drunk.
Hear that, right?
Oh my god.
That's hilarious.
Oh my god, what was I saying? But no, there's got to be like a very big major platform until something figures out something different. Twitch does a decent payout. Like affiliates run the whole site. Partners don't. I'm sorry.
Yes, I was about to, dude. I was just about. That was gonna be my next thing I would say to you. Like, is there a purpose for getting partner anymore? I don't know if there is.
The only purpose in getting partner is to have a slightly bigger payout or a bigger cut when someone subs, and then a bigger cut.
They took it away.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, it's all 50-50 now. It used to be 75-25 for partners, but it's 50-50
I'm telling
now.
you, if you get affiliate, and I've been telling this for years, you run the site.
So there's Twitch
run the site.
partner and Twitch affiliate.
Yeah.
There's two different.
Right. So
What's the difference?
so affiliate, you basically get like what? Oh, I'm sorry. What are you gonna explain?
No, I'm laughing because she said, "What's the difference?" And like literally, like I'm someone who's on Twitch every day, and I'm like, "Dude, what's the difference?"
Trying to listen. I'm like, they sound like not the same, but kind of the
Like,
same.
what is
So I'm
the
like,
benefit
what's
of
the
getting? That's
difference?
really my point. Like, what is
No,
the
there's two
difference?
different things. I thought there was only affiliate until you guys started talking about
So
partner.
mentally is what people think. If you're an affiliate, you're like second string quarterback.
Mhm.
Third string quarterback.
Mhm.
Whereas partner is going to be the first string, the starting person. You get a little bit less benefits, but
As an
since
affiliate.
they've noticed, as an affiliate, you get a little bit less benefits, but as the increased numbers of people that can bring in viewers and gain revenue, because it's half and half. Affiliates run the program. I'm sorry, partner just like you can get partner great, but it's not like a goal people should strive for. It should be people just need subs. People just need to provide like solid content on as long as you make affiliate, and it's not hard.
So how do you go for like either thing?
So you have to average 3 viewers in your stream. You have to stream on 12 different days within a 30-day period, and you need like 75 followers, I believe. 50 followers to get affiliate.
So what do you need for partner?
75 average viewers
Oh,
for the entire stream.
So it's like a giant gap, which is why there's more affiliates than partners, which is where they make the money, which is affiliates, which is why we get more benefits and then partners are getting mad about it.
So if you just average, do they just like give it to you? Like if you
No,
reach
you have to
that
apply.
potential. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
You have to apply. Yeah.
but
Yeah,
like it
you
pops
have
up as like an achievement. It's almost like you're playing a video game, and they're like, "Oh, achievement earned." It's just like,
Achievement earned. Here's your medal.
For real, though.
yeah. That literally they give you a medal on the website.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, bro, I have so many different like random medals. I'm like, wait, what did I do?
What is this?
I earned that.
That's funny.
Oh man, this is awesome because Ollie, I'm gonna tell you, we're mainly YouTube creators, so our podcast is normally like straight up YouTube, and it's good to actually talk about all these different platforms on here because we don't. First of all, we don't necessarily love all these other platforms like that. Like we're YouTube homers. Like we're all about YouTube. Everything. If you ask me a question, I'm like, you should be uploading on YouTube. I like even if you stream on Twitch, you should still be uploading on YouTube, but that's a different story for a different day.
I'm not good at editing.
Talk to me. We'll talk about it. We'll figure it out. Seriously,
Okay.
you should be uploading on YouTube. Seriously.
Okay.
We'll figure it out. But I love that. I love having these important conversations, but it's hard because you don't want to get too into like the government side of things. But I do believe it's important to like figure out, especially when you're in the creator world, figuring out where you are, where you belong. Is this okay for me? Because as a TikTok creator now, I would be questioning, is it okay for me to like continue to keep my, viewership over here? Or should I start looking to move? You know what I mean? And
there are a couple tiny platforms that are available. Like it's never going to not disappear. It doesn't hurt to post on TikTok, I would say, or Instagram or YouTube or Facebook or whatever. In terms of short reels, because you're still going to get somebody that's looking at that until they actually pass whatever they're doing. Like that's still like social media, like marketing. So like, sure, you can not post, but then that kind of hurts you because there's this one person in like Nebraska that could have watched your video and follow your channel.
Right.
So like, just post until it's gone. Just post until it's gone.
See, but that's what we do. Like we don't realize like how many people we have like literally all over the world. And then like in live streams, we start talking about like time and what time it is for them and like either how early it is or how late they're staying up. And I'm like, you come from where? Like, what?
Or we'll be like, oh, we're posting this so late. And then some people are like, I love when you post it at 1 or 2 in the morning because that's right when I wake up for school. I'm like,
exactly.
It's crazy.
Like, what'd you just say?
Every time we post late, I'm always like, oh, this is so late for us. Like, it'll be like 11, sometimes midnight. So, like, it's technically the next day. But for some people, like,
it was already the next day.
The next day. Or for them, like, California-wise, it's still, like, they still have, like, 3 hours left in the day. It's so weird to think about.
It's so weird. There's no bad time to stream. My old time was 11 p.m. to 4 a.m. And so I had like a lot of like Australian viewers and like UK viewers that were just waking up for breakfast.
Right.
And it was like super fun because like I got to meet like some of these Australian friends that came from Australia to America. And like it was crazy.
I'm still stuck on 4 a.m.
Like it's 5 to like 7. Some people are like 12 hours ahead of us. So like it's so weird. They're like ending their day when we're just starting. So they're like, yeah, like this is going to be my before bed type thing. And we're like,
exactly.
Yeah, right.
Do you guys ever play like Halo 3 and it had like that world map of the lights?
I did.
And you know how like on the eastern seaboard it was like super bright?
Yep.
So that's peak time for streams.
Yeah. That's
like around 7, 8, that's peak time. But like if you stream out of that, so what I learned was the reason why I streamed at like 11 p.m. was because I got off work at 10:30. I had to close the store, and I started streaming.
Me too.
And then people would end their streams on the Eastern Seaboard and rate me because they were ending. Wow. And so it rolled over until like, 4 a.m., 4 or 5 a.m. And then the people from, Australia, UK used to come visit.
Yeah.
So I had like people that were like super night bugs and then... Yeah, and then people that were just getting up watching me for breakfast.
Oh my god.
That's dope, man.
That's
I mean, it was rough.
Yeah, I mean, well,
rough.
So I used to do like 11 p.m. to like 1, because same thing. I would close the store, go home quick, and like just start streaming. I streamed like 260 something days in a row, like without stopping. Like, what do you have for question of the week?
Is I thought it was kind of fitting because, like, I don't know, hearing about him, he has, like you said, a lot of hats. He does a lot. You do a lot between content and work and all this stuff. So my question of the week, I was very intrigued, was what's your favorite thing to do when you have time off?
Ooh.
Like, is it still like some type of like work related? Like, I know if you have time off, like you might like to like edit, but would you inquire like work stuff, or do you actually like do like a relaxing for me type thing?
I'll let him go first, Ollie. Or do you want me to go first?
You can go first.
Okay, so it depends on my mood, because there are some times when like I'm not currently working on something. I like to use that time. I believe you should always sharpen your pencil. So like I use that time sometime to watch YouTube videos.
Slogan.
Yeah. No, but like, sharpen your tools. Like I use that time to like watch YouTube videos on editing, or like
learn stuff.
Watch cinematography things on Skillshare, just different things I can do to become a better content creator. Like I'll do that. Or, maybe I'll listen to a podcast or something. But like what I really, really like to do, if it's like complete downtime, like I'm fully like, I got to give my brain a break because I've been in content mode.
Mm-hmm.
I'll hang out in a stream. I'll watch like one of these guys while they're live. I'll also watch a show or movie, pop my popcorn, sit down, really like just relax with my movie on or my show. Some sort of like good drink, something that just hits all the flavor profiles, and then I'm good there.
That sounds really similar. Can I go first? Can you like switch this and edit it?
Yes. You just stole mine. No, you're not getting to go first. But he was listening like, hey, me too.
Just saying
Okay, so I like running and play Pokemon Go.
Oh,
is
really?
one of my like down times. Yeah, I still play Pokemon Go.
I feel like
So I'll go to like
Go
Go Fest and stuff.
Again.
I just stopped. Maybe.
Oh, dude. I mean, Jack sends me gifts.
Really?
Yeah. I still play Pokemon Go. I love it.
I'm about to get back on there with y'all, man. Go ahead.
Let's go. Another one would probably be like, I like going to breweries and bars and stuff is probably my downtime thing. Because like obviously I have like IRL friends.
Mm-hmm.
And then just playing like it might be like those chill like farming games like Stardew Valley or like what's the other one? The one on Switch that I don't even have.
Animal Crossing.
Actually. Yeah, Animal Crossing, because I played it and I was like, oh my god, this is super chill. I need it. Recently.
Like, almost like not mindless, but like mindless games. So you're just kind of like.
I should try Animal Crossing.
I'm just there. I'm just there. And I can just,
I mean, on Switch, bro. Let's play some Pokemon, man.
Dude, I'm ready. Where's my phone? I was looking at my phone money.
We're gonna keep it tally.
Oh, this is so terrible. I need you guys to leave so I can have my phone back.
All right, Alyssa, you go. He needs his phone. He needs his phone. You gotta tell us what you like to do in your time off.
So, mine was I've been getting back into like reading. So, like, I don't know, reading also makes me tired. So I kind of use that as my like gateway to bed sometimes too. But it's either that or like I'll be watching YouTube, or like Julian and I will start a show. We had just watched Avatar the other day because I watched it for the first time. So it was like a little
movie,
downtime.
not the show.
Yeah. So either that or
the movie.
No, the movie, not the show. We already seen the show. Like the show's like the go to bed show. So
okay.
We like.
Okay.
We I know like
newer
word for
movie.
word.
I've never seen it, so we watched that, and then I don't know. Like I've gone on like a couple walks, with our son sometimes in like the little, not a trail, but the thing behind where we live, and I did that for the first time, like last month or whatever. You went to New York, and I was like, ooh, that was actually kind of nice.
Yeah.
Now that it's getting nicer, hopefully getting nicer soon, I kind of intend to do more of those just to get both of us out of here for a little bit. And I don't know.
No, I agree. I like a good solid walk, like hiking. But I associated that with work because I bring my camera. So
Dude, okay, I'm glad you said that because I do too. I bring my drone. I've been like, whenever I do
bring
that
my drone too.
Yeah, yo. Whenever I do that, I'm like, I need to get some cool shots. Like, I need some aesthetic. I'm practicing.
Wait, what kind of drone you got?
Just like a little like DJI like SE.
Oh, you got the SE. Okay, I got the Maverick 2. It's fucking awesome. Oh.
No, you're allowed to cuss at that though. That was dope.
Fall into it. He's gonna research it and be like, I need this.
I can't afford that drone. He's out of my tax.
The Maverick 2 is so good. I love it so much.
He's out of my tax bracket right now. He knows it. That's why he's looking at me like, yeah.
What you mean? What you mean?
Oh my god.
Oh man, Ollie, man, I appreciate you for doing this podcast with us, bro.
This was fun. I love this.
Guys,
thank you so much for the invite. This was an
I
honor.
learned a lot
Honestly, I was
about
so
Twitch.
nervous.
Listen, don't be nervous. It's just a
It's my goal.
conversation, man. Honestly, that's what we pride ourselves on. It's chill, no pressure, just talking.
Yeah,
talking
you
about
guys
what's
weren't even
important
able
to us.
to. You guys weren't even able to hear about when I run Twitch events or anything.
Wait, what? What did you say?
Dude, I do a lot. I'm sorry.
You said
I
you
used
ran
to run Twitch like meetup events and stuff, like around America. Yeah, dude, your research is spotty, man. Your research is spotty.
Hey, what's by? I need to hire a better
okay.
PI next time. I need to. I'm getting a refund.
I'm getting a
It's
refund.
okay.
That was
It's okay.
awful.
We can have a second episode.
No, seriously, come back. Like, if you want to come back, like, we're still like getting this together. I would love if we could do an in-person episode one day. So, like, let's make that a goal.
Yeah.
Let's make an in-person episode a goal.
Dude, that's so crazy because my parents were literally visiting Connecticut like May, and I was supposed to go. So I don't know. I'm gonna try and figure it out.
Bro, that's literally my birthday month too, bro. You're not gonna show up for my birthday.
Shit. Wait, what day? Wait, what day? What day?
The 20th.
Oh, my brother's the 24th.
Oh, that's
Ooh.
crazy. See, we can all do something, bro. It'd be crazy. I love this guy, man. That's what I'm saying. I love Spear, man. Y'all, make sure y'all go subscribe, follow Ollie on everything. We will have
Everything will be linked down below with the rest of our socials. You'll find all of us down there. Be sure to check everything out.
and don't forget to tell us what you like to do on your time off. Would you like to say any inspirational message to them, Ollie, before we head out?
Remember you've got one life, so fucking spend it.
Yeah.
There's no respawns in life other than games.
Let's go.
Do it. Let's do
All right,
it.
y'all. We're out of here, man. Keep grinding. Keep chasing dreams. Remember, nothing worth having because easy, man. We out.
Peace.
Peace.